Okay.
Hello, guys. Good afternoon there. We have with us today Mr. Andreas from Manaus Aquarium, and of course, Pat, everybody knows. And let's start this live chat. Pat have in his hands some questions to Mr. Andreas.
Hi, Mr. Andreas. How are you?
Yes, hello. Thank you. Very good. Okay.
I'm a moderator in this group. So the first question is, and remember these are in the words of the person who asked the question, is what caused the discus to change its color from the black to about a third of its body to dark color? I think this gentleman is referring to when a discus slams into something hard and gets nerve damage. You know how they go half black or whatever?
Yeah.
Yes. I think it is neurological damage, neurological problems. And sometimes I have observed that these problems also coming by a disease of the swim bladder. You understand?
Slim bladder?
Swim bladder. Yes, swim bladder is an organ inside.
Oh, I understand.
Swim bladder, swim hole. You understand?
Yes. And what is the best treatment?
You can try in some rare case by this problem, also if it is going black from the tail of the fish, in some rare case you can, it is an intestinal problem and you can try with octosil. With all intestinal problems, which with bacteria, infections, you can try to help the fish with octosil. I think is only one way.
Okay. So can I make the second question, or you might, Pat?
Okay.
It's better you.
Second question. Oops, that's a dupe. I'm sorry. Hold on. Is there any medication we can use to bathe the discus once a week or once a month, like something we eat food, to detox our bodies?
No, I think it is not good for prohibit disease or to make every week some treatment. This is not good. But I think take care of good food and good water, but only treat the fish like human medicine treat if there is you can see a disease, but not every week treatment.
Okay, ready for the next one? Cover usage of potassium pramagnate in treating discus as a bath and direct usage in the tank.
Yes, this was a very old kind of treatment with permanganate, and I think modern fish treatment, it is permanganate is good for disinfection, to disinfect the tank perhaps, or disinfection for yes, from tank aquarium, but in this years also this is not modern to take permanganate for treatment. You understand?
Yes. Now we have some problem. I know why. Is the Brian? Brian wants to enter, but I think we have some problems with the camera and the sound from Brian. Okay, so let's make the next question. It's from Aaron Matthews, right, Pat?
That was Aaron's question.
Oh, yeah.
So now we're down to Mr. Oz SO2.
Oh yeah,
Ready?
ready?
Okay. Once treated with dewormer after second treatment, if fish hasn't passed parasites, does the parasite still live? Hold on. In fish? Question mark. In other words, if the fish hasn't passed it, is it still alive in the fish if there's any left?
Yes, you must make difference between intestinal worm disease and on the skin or skin and flatworms. If you have intestinal worms, so I understand the question. By intestinal worms, it is possible, like Digenea trematodes. Digenea trematoden is a worm inside. It is not cured. I think this is possible that this comes back. Do you understand?
Yeah. We still have problems with Brian here.
Can you hear me?
Hi, Brian.
I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm sorry, guys. I don't do this very often, and my computer's not cooperating. So I just followed the link that Pat gave me.
Yeah, we're live.
Okay. You can make your questions and stay with us. We don't see you, but we listen you very well.
You can hear me. Good. Okay.
Yeah. So, Pat, let's the last one. It's okay. The last question.
Yeah, that was the
Yes.
question. Do you guys want to move on to the next one?
Okay. Do it, please.
So, Stu has a three-part question. The first part is best treatment for Hexameter. There seems to be one of the largest issues facing so many of us, and I'm constantly seeing posts about it.
Yes, against Hexameter, most of the imidazole derivatives, imidazole derivatives, you have no effects. Our product from Manaus Aquarium, Octosil, is a synergistic medicine and with 5 components, and I think it is the best at this time on the market. And so it is the best way against Hexameter. And I think also Santarem, Discus treat with Octosil, yes, against protozoa, intestinal protozoa like flagellates, like Hexameter, Spironucleus, and Cryptobia. So I think it is better to take Octosil with 5 components and not imidazole like metradinazole, dimetradinazole, ronidazole. These drugs have at this time no effects.
No effects?
Yes, because these are standing alone drugs, and in Octosil you have synergistic components, more components, and by these 5 components are treating the fish. You understand?
Yeah, yeah. Because most of the people still use metradinazole.
Yes.
But it don't work.
It don't work because it is, I think 20 years ago, you treat with, I think, 250 milligrams of 100-liter water. And you can treat with, I think, 3 grams of 100-liter water tank water, and you have no big effects.
No big effects.
No.
And but tell me, but many people put metradinazole in the food of the fish. in the
Yes,
before.
by the young. It is good by the very young in the breeders. The breeders, if they feed the young discus by breeding parasitic-free discus. So I'm starting. So it is a way, but by adult fish, by adult discus,
Don't worry.
you have no big effects.
Okay.
We tested this in our laboratory. We tested all ronidazole and the other kinds of imidazole derivatives and like such drugs from this group. And we tested it, and we tested it against Octosil, and Octosil was better.
Was better.
Yes.
Okay. Pat?
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. What are the various causes of wasting diseases?
One moment to. I don't understand it.
Wasting.
When the fish starts thinning out, he loses weight.
Let me check in Portuguese, English to Portuguese.
Various causes. I don't understand the question, please.
Can you make the question in another way, Pat?
Well, sometimes people have fish that lose weight. They start getting thin, and they don't know why.
Yeah, when the fish stops eating, loses weight, starts hiding in the corners, and
okay, yes.
Yes, that's called wasting away.
Yes, this is a problem. If the discus doesn't eat, and so yes, you can also try with a treatment with Octosil against disease with protozoa like flagellates. You can try it. It is only one way to treat by water in the tank.
Quality of water.
Yes, water treatment with Octosil.
So is someone who asked the name of the medicament again against Hexameter? It's more effective than Metro. The name of the medicament we use here with our wild discus when we make the quarantines, and the name is Octosil. And I send a few Octosil to few customers in the United States, and they works. So they're happy with the medicament. Okay, Pat, you can do it one more again.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out a good way to word this. A lot of discus owners here in the U.S. have a lot of problems when they start whirling madly around the tank. They go as fast as they can. I've had it myself. And so, people are wondering what the treatment is for that. I personally haven't seen anything that works.
Yes, I speak with Hugo also in the past about this problem. We are, since 1 year, we are looking also in the laboratory to this disease. In the science, you can read there not so much about this problem. It is also, I think, a neurological problem of the fish, because we have looked to the pathologic to the fish inside brain, and so we didn't find bacteria or something what is responsible for these effects. So I think it is a neurological problem, and yes, we are working on this problem. We are working. We know this. I know this since many years also ago. By new imported discus from I think 20 years ago by new imported Discus from Manaus, from Manaus Aquarium, and I see this problem. I see this problem also 20 years ago, and yes, I think it is a neurological problem of the fish.
But Pat, just tell me, you have this problem with your F1, the hybrids, or
No, I had it with wilds.
Only wild.
For me, but I only keep wilds. I know that other people with domestics have had similar problems.
but happens also in the, not just in the wild, I suppose happens with the hybrid Discus.
I don't understand it from Pat.
That's correct.
Pat, you see this problem with the spinning fish only by wild caught fish, not by breeding Discus.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is, in my experience with keeping wild Discus, I've seen it, right? But I haven't had a problem with it in the few domestics I've kept. But I know people who have had domestics have had something similar.
Yeah,
You see this problem also by domestic. Domestic. Okay.
yes.
Okay. But you think soon we have some medicament from Manaus Aquarium against this problem? Or gonna take time?
It takes time. At this time, we have nothing against. At this time.
I know that I had this problem back when I first kept my second group of wilds, and I had Andrew So come on to my thread, and he kind of seemed to know what it was, and I could pass that information on to you guys later. But the medicine he recommended wasn't available in the US. So he recommended trying Metro at 8 times the normal dosage, but it didn't help. In the wild, it didn't kill the wild, so
Wild,
not sure that helps.
by wild fish, wild caught fish.
Yes.
Okay.
Move on?
Okay, another one.
Okay. So are bloodworms a vector for Hexameter?
Mm-hmm. Bloodworms. I think this is not corresponding together. There is no corresponding bloodworms and Hexameter. Every disease is a problem by perhaps bloodworm is a problem, and Hexameter. There is nothing what goes together by this disease.
Okay. But you think some kind of food can make more problems in the health of the fish? Some kind of food.
Yes, I think a problem is if you feed the fish with too much with beef herd, then you get by my experience problems with Hexameter, with flagellates.
Yeah, me too.
It is not good. I think beef herd, by my experience, maximum is in the week 20% of food, 20% or 10% of food is beef herd, and I think not so much beef herd.
Yeah, a few by week.
Yes.
We have I don't know if you see, Pat. We have questions here in the screen. During the treatment with levamisole, I look the bow of the fish under the microscope. I see the nematodes still alive. Do levamisole don't kill nematodes?
Levamisole kill the nematodes, perhaps Yes, he have to treat him again because this is biology and it is medicine, and there are many kinds of effects can be there. If he see living nematodes, he must treat again, I think.
Yeah. Many people don't know, but for example, we repeat the medicament 2 times and sometimes 3 times.
I think normally it is enough to treat it with levamisole for 2 times, normally. But if you see nematodes after 2 treatments, it is better you have to treat a 3rd time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So let me go through some of the rest of the questions in the chat because I'm reading the questions off my little text file. So
Yeah, you can click and it's appeared in the screen.
Yeah, so let me go up here and let's see, hold on. Here's one. Oop.
This one?
Yes, I don't understand.
Okay.
What kind? A user. This is a user question.
Yeah.
I have wild that has had.
I have a question to Andreas. I have wilds, then has a bad slim with the pop signs got 2 months ago. I treat with levamisole and 3 treatments, 6 days apart with octocil. One still has white poppy. Should I be use something additional? What do you think, guys?
Yes, I read the question. Yes, the guy is sure that is that he have nematodes. He is sure that he have wild that has slimly white things. I got mine 2 months ago. I treat them all with levamisole and 3. I think we don't know the disease in this case.
Yeah, of course.
One point to the white faces. White faces is only that shows you that you have a problem, intestinal problem. And white faces, it can be trematodes, it can be nematodes, it can be protozoa. White faces shows only macroscopic, also if you are looking, you see it, that there is happened something inside. But the best way is a microscopic to look by microscope so you can treat special against this disease.
And the levamisole, you think it works?
Levamisole works by levamisole from Manaus Aquarium. There is also levamisole hydrochloride inside, but also help components. And if you treat fish, it is very necessary to put the drugs with the help to combine with the help components that it can work inside the fish. The drug standing alone is cannot solve the problem.
Yeah. So he have made levamisole, but the best way is made levamisole and then make a treatment with octocil, right?
Perhaps yes. If the fish holder is not sure what happened, but I think he must look by microscope. Also the faces he can see is if he see eggs inside or not. So it is very easy to find intestinal worms like capillaria, or it is also for not professions easy to seize.
But it's very difficult to kill the capillaria, right?
Yes, this is difficult because you cannot treat the eggs. You can only treat the capillaria worms and not the eggs. You have no on the market or in the science. You have no drugs which kill the eggs. So you must kill the worms, and so this is only the way.
So, and the eggs can still in the aquarium for a long time, capillary eggs.
Yes, you must clean the tank. If you have capillaria in a tank with sand bottom and plants and so, I think you have to treat 2 times, and after 2 times you wait 2 or 3 weeks, and then you can treat again for 2 times, because levamisole is okay for the fish, and the fish have not a problem with this medicament.
Okay. Okay, Pat.
I'll go back to the questions that were posted prior to this, okay?
Okay.
What is the best treatment for fish tuberculosis and dropsy?
What is the question again, please?
Hugo, you say it. Maybe you can pronounce it better.
What is the best treatment for fish tuberculosis, fish TBC, you ask?
Yes.
Yes, also at this time, we have no treatment against tuberculosis.
No.
You lost your mic.
I think stop the connection.
Oh, no.
Stop. Hello, Andreas? I don't listen to you. No sound.
It's better?
Oh, yeah, now.
Okay. Yes, there was... I don't know. Okay. I think at this time, we have no treatment against TBC, fish TBC. Fish tuberculosis. We have no possibility. I think it's in research. There are also in the United States, there are some only by research, some treatments by koi with tuberculosis, and you can give them injections. But for aquarium fish, the small aquarium fish, you can give them no injection, and it is too difficult. And also a problem is the bacteria are very, very strong to kill the bacteria. So I think a good way, you must clean the whole tank by fish tuberculosis. You must clean the whole tank. The best way is to put all stones and everything away, and then you take. I have noticed something. One moment. One moment, please. Yes, you can take parasitic acid. Parasitic acid, you know this?
No.
Parasitic acid. This is for disinfection, very good and successful. The German word is Peressigsäure. I think the English the translation is parasitic acid.
Acid.
Yeah, parasitic acid.
Yes.
Okay.
So
And
this is good for disinfection, the tank and filter and yes, it's other tank
All the
ingredients.
for disinfecting a tank in the US.
okay. Wine, vinegar, pure. Okay. Another question to Andreas, Pat, if you have.
Okay. If we buy discus from two different sources, can we quarantine them in a single quarantine tank before adding to the main tank, or do we
No.
use
Use two tanks for in the quarantine. So perhaps there come from one group to the other an infection. Quarantine in two tanks by this case.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, ready for the next one? How much weight in food should juvenile discus eat per day?
Yes, I think there you have no rule. I think in the breeders are feeding for the young. I think the young fish for 6, 7, 8 times on the day, and the young discus. I think they eat so much they can. So you cannot say 200 grams or 20 grams or 50 grams. This is yes.
Of course. Depends. How many fish?
I think the best way by young discus is to breed many times, because the young discus or young fish are eating all over the day. They are only eating. They look for food, and I think give the young fish so much food they can eat.
Of course.
So I have a question for you regarding that. If you overfeed your young discus, don't they spend a lot of time trying to get rid of the excess? So they can't make use of all the food they eat?
I don't understand it now.
Sorry.
I don't understand this now.
Yes, Pat.
I'll try again. I said, if you overfeed your young discus, don't they just spend a lot of time getting rid of the excess food they ate versus using it to actually grow?
What was? I don't understand it.
Don't worry about it. We can go to the next
Please,
question.
what is it? The question is from you ask the medication during the quarantine, or what?
Oh, can be another question. Yes.
Yeah. Should medication be used during quarantine?
Yes, I think if you have if the discus don't show problems, if you have no problems in the quarantine, I think treat of every case with Bilocil or Bilocil sensitive against monogenea, because with monogenea, Gyrodactylus, Dactylogyrus, most of the fish have later, after the quarantine, then problems with this flat and skin worms. And so I think it's a good way in quarantine make a treatment against this worm, skin and flat worms. Aber and I think it is enough if you have no other kinds of problems.
Usually we use the three medicaments, the Octocil, Levamisil, and Bilocil, and works. It works.
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
Let's do it. Another one.
Okay. What are the long-term effects of using medications on aquatic animals?
Yes, I think medicaments or only treat the fish, or the medicaments only in the water in the treatment, during the treatment, and after the treatment you put the medicaments by neutralization, by water change, or other kinds. You put the medicaments, the pharmaceutical drugs outside, and I think you have no problems, or the fish have not problems later with the medicamentation or medication. In I think 7 or 8 years ago, we make tests by standard Discus with Bilocil to look what happens with the parents. There was young Discus. They were treated with Bilocil against flatworms, skin worms, and this fish, 1 year later, there was adult. They have no problems to get babies or something, and I think this shows you is the best way to see that it is good for the fish.
So the fish cannot breathe.
The fertilization or Fertilität is have no problems. They get
No
babies. The fish gets problems 1 year or 2 years later, and if there was in young Discus, they was treated with Bilocil perhaps, and we have no problems later with this Discus.
Oh, great.
You understand?
Yes, I understand.
Yes.
We have a questions right now. Hello, it is possible mixed Bilocil and Bilocil sensitive together? For example, first dosage Bilocil, second Bilocil sensitive.
Hello.
What do you think, Andreas?
Mixed Bilocil? No. This is not a good way, because Bilocil sensitive is like the name for sensitive fish, like catfish and young fish, young Discus fish, young fish. And I don't know why do the guy want to mix it?
Yeah.
What?
For what? Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's not good idea to mix it.
No. This is not good idea.
There are different kind of ingredients.
Yes, you get problems because it is so you have a difference, Bilocil and Bilocil sensitive. So it is for young fish and catfish Bilocil sensitive, and for the adult Discus and adult fish you take Bilocil.
And okay, Pat, another one.
Yes, I see, and the liver and kidney functions. So I see there are no problems. Also, if you treat every month with medicaments the fish, so they get problems with liver and kidney. Yes, but if you of course, like human people or like people, if you treat many times, you have their problems. But if you treat the fish, I think in the life of the fish 2-3 times with against the parasites, I think it is only you have only this way, because once the fish are be killed by the parasites.
Yeah.
You understand? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. Is there a way to make sure you don't have any culls? I think he's referring to.
One moment.
Okay.
There is a question from Facebook. Because my corridoras can survive one dose of bilusil, but not. No, corridoras are very sensitive fish, and in rare case you can get problems with bilusil if you treat corridoras. So in bilusil sensitive, you have not a little bit less of ravoxanide inside. It is not so strong like bilusil, and I don't understand why it is bilusil better.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I think there happened something other problems or.
Okay. Pat.
Okay. Is there a way to make sure you don't have any culls? I think he's referring to when you have baby discus.
Yeah.
Please, can you ask once more, please? I don't understand it.
Okay.
Can you please once more?
Is there a way to make sure you don't have any culls?
Any.
What is from which guy is this question?
Well, I think, but I could be wrong, that he's asking about when you have a pair of discus that breed, he wants all the fry to be perfect, so you don't have any defects.
Who made this question, Pat?
Anthony Scantilli?
Is there a way to make sure you don't have any?
Anthony,
yeah.
I don't understand this question.
Is there any way to make sure you don't have any cull? What is cull?
What is cull?
It's when you have a young fish that has a defect, like a short gill plate.
Yeah, it is. He think. Is there a way to make sure you don't have to kill the fish, or what?
Kind of. I
don't understand it.
I think what he's asking is, you have a spawn of baby discus that you don't have any, that they're all perfect. They don't have any defects.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hugo,
do you understand the question?
Yes. For what I understand, he wants to know how we can have the babies grow up and with a good health without any kind of problem. No disease. How is possible? How is possible is good water, good food,
yes, to give them good conditions and good water, perhaps.
And the father and the mother don't have disease.
Yes.
Or parasites.
That is the beginning. Is the mother and the father cannot have gill flux.
Yes, if you breed, it is the best way is to breed with parasitic, free or less fish.
Yeah. Okay. Is your time, Pat?
Okay. I'm going to just read this. I'm not sure what he's trying to ask, but
immune system
versus dry. Use of oils and salt, microlith antennasis, for example.
What do you think, Andreas?
Yes, we give also give the fish like many aquarium people before, gives them good food, gives them good water. I think the immune system, to stimulate the immune oil, I think this is nothing.
Salt?
Salt is also what kind you take minerals. Mineral is necessary for the animals. It is a good way for the fish to give. I think you can give it for a long time, like our product Diploral from Manaus Aquarium. This is a good way to give them minerals, but not NaCl, not salt.
Yeah. And what do you think about the food with the probiotics?
I think this is like a religion.
Oh,
You
yeah?
understand?
Yeah.
This is like a religion.
You don't think it works?
Yes, in the science, in the research, you can make something, you can give it, and so you observe, you cook, you look what happened, and by this kind of food, it is very difficult to see the effects. You understand?
Takes time.
It takes time. Yes, it is. This is not so exactly for the research, for the science.
Yeah. Okay, Pat.
Okay, this is a little long, so bear with me for a sec.
How to help Discus?
Well, this is how long do discus diseases live outside of the aquarium, and can some go into hibernation mode? Reemerging once effective sources added to the water, for example, driftwood, specifically hole in the head, ick, bacterial infections like skin rot, flukes fungus. What is the best way to avoid recontamination through nets, driftwood plants, and other tank ornaments? Wow.
This is also different. So I think fish TBC, fish tuberculosis, is very hard and strong, and the bacteria, I think, can live also 6 months, and worms. If you dry the tank, you have no problems after this with worms. So it is different. By bacteria, you must make a good disinfection.
Okay.
Also by fungi.
What is the best way for
fungus? Also, you have you must
blue methylene?
I read the specialty bacterial infections like fin rot, flukes, fungus. Yes, if you have a tank with plants and sand inside, so I think you treat the tank and the fish. I see no other way.
What do you recommend to clean a tank?
Yeah, clean a tank is you put everything outside, and you have to clean it and make a disinfection.
Pramagnate
by fish tuberculosis, perhaps, or yes.
Okay. Another one. What's lifespan on the text? This one I don't understand. Can you make, Pat?
Yeah, we could talk about that. when we just talk about fish in the Amazon and stuff, he's asking what the lifespan of wild-caught discus in the wild versus tank.
Wie lange hält der wild-caught discus in the wild?
Yeah, he wants to know how long wild versus living in a tank.
Versus, I think, what's the lifespan of wildfire? I think in the wild, the wild fish is living 2 or 3 years, because if you have a discus in a good condition, he has a good condition, he can be 8, 9, 10, 12 years.
I have one fish.
In the tank.
I have one fish for 12 years. Is
the discus?
12. Yeah, and just died because he's jumped out of the aquarium. So I think I don't know the difference between the domestic and the wild, but I suppose it's more or less the same. How they live, how long they live. It's difficult. This question is impossible. I don't have dates to know. Okay. Pat.
Okay. What is the best and most nutritious homemade discus food? Would be a topic I would love to hear about.
What do you think, Andreas?
What is the best?
The best food for the fish.
The best food. Yes, it is. I think a very good, like tropical food, or also from industrial food, especially for the kind of fish like discus or like corridoras. I think it is difficult to make by yourself a very good fish food. It is difficult.
And for the experience.
Yes.
Okay. Let's make another one. This is for you, Pat. It's for you, Andreas, this one.
Okay.
Many of parasites.
Yes.
You want to read it? Go ahead.
You do it.
Okay. Many of the parasites and pathogens have developed drug resistance to the mainstream medications. It is my understanding that that your medicine, I'm not sure how to say it, was developed 10 years back. What is Manaus Aquarium doing to address this issue? Do you have a distributor for USA?
Yes. Also, I coming from behind. First, at this time we have no distributor in United States. We are looking for a distributor, and yes, we want to make also business in the United States, and we are looking for a distributor. This is the end of your question. And Manaus Aquarium have a research department also, and we are changing in the years, and we make the medicine also better, the Manaus Aquarium products. So I see not the problem with resistances by our products.
No?
No, we have no problem with resistances by the Manaus Aquarium products.
Yeah, yes, many times people ask me, they don't solve the problem with one treatment. And what I say, it's from my experience, some fish need more than 2. Some, they are okay with 1.
Individual. Yes.
And also, is difficult to the treatments have a good result if I use a tank with more than 1,000 of liters.
Yes.
Until 1,000 is okay. if it's more than 1,000, it's very difficult to I think to kill everything.
Yes.
But you agree? Okay.
Okay.
Pat, let's do it.
Okay, this is a multi-part question. I'll read the whole thing, but you might want to take it, take each part. He says, I would like to see your recommended approach for QT to avoid internal parasites, QT to avoid gill fluke and external parasites, QT of wild discus versus domestic. Would you recommend the same approach for both or different treatment due to possible higher drug resistant with domestic fish? And for food, he says recommended nutrition for fry/young discus versus adults.
Yes, I think a good way against parasites is a good quarantine. If you get the fish, this is for the first question. Also quarantine for fish, that you get that there comes not skin and flatworms in your main tank. Wild discus against domestic discus. Would you recommend the same approach? Yes. Normally, you have resistance against pharmaceutical drugs, perhaps, or Asia discus. By Asia discus, so is this a breeding discus, and so this kind of discus have seen in their life every side of pharmaceutical products.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yes, and I think the white cord from the Amazon, he sees the medicine for his first time, and so you have good results if you treat the white cord fish. Yes.
For internal,
this is also the experience from Hugo. Yes, you see good results by the wild cord fish.
The good results for internal parasites, it's oxocil and levanicil.
Yes.
And for gill flux, it's all the time bilocil. But well, we don't have so much gill flux in the wilds like we have in the domestic. The nutrition for fry and young discus. Well, we use the tropical, so my experience is just with tropical. I give everything tropical made and they eat. So I can recommend the Pro Defense or the soft line, but all of them, they are good results. The fish, when they are with good health, they eat everything.
Yes, I think in the first, I think the breeders give the young discus Artemia, the crabs Artemia, start to feed them, and yes, and if they are going adults, they can get like tropical or from the other companies a good
one
food. Yes, good one.
We have a question here. My wild trombetas refuse to eat tropical flakes and pellets. Only, I think, what is that, Pat?
Freeze-dried flatworms or bloodworms.
I have tried to solve for 20 days, but no luck. What I do is not an easy question, and it's like all the time I say, if I just eat desserts, I prefer that eat other kind of things, but I cannot just eat desserts, right? So it's like I'm drinking some rum. I need to drink some water, not just rum. If not, I'm all the time drunk. Okay, so I don't like to be drunk. So I prefer to drink water every day. It's like the fish. If the fish don't eat flakes and pellets, it's very difficult to eat another thing. They need to start eating flakes and pellets, and then they can give some beef heart one time a week, or mosquito larvae one time a week, but not every day. Every day is flakes, pellets, flakes, pellets, flakes, pellets. That is my experience. Okay, so change this is very difficult. If the fish just eat mosquito larvae, I don't know how you can solve that, really. Okay. I don't have a answer for this question because I don't know how it's possible to change the food of the fish if they're just eating the larva of mosquito. It's the beginning. The beginning is the most important. When we take out of the environment, the jungle, we start giving pellets and flakes. So until now, they just eat that. So. Okay, another question.
I think it is also easier if you have a group. If you change the food and you have a group of 10 or more fish, it is easier to have only 2 fish and then you change the food because there is no concurrence, and so this can be a problem.
That's true. Yes, if he put 2 fish eating flakes and pellets, perhaps the others gonna follow the fish who eat the pellets and the flakes, and they start eating. But other way, I think is difficult. Okay, Pat, let's do another question.
Okay. Hold on a minute. What disease causes discus to die slowly without any symptoms? From swimming to weakness, slowly to lying down and no symptoms at all, except the body is getting weaker and the breath getting weaker.
I can give you many hundreds of answers. It is different. You must look. You must have a look to the disease. It is what this guy sees. He see only the fish have a disease, but we do not know what happened there.
Yeah.
It can be
can be the water, can be
a problem. It can be a parasitic problem. Many kinds of problems.
Yeah, and we don't see the aquarium, how many fish inside the aquarium, the filtration, the quality of water, what
yes,
kind of food.
Yes.
Okay, another one.
Okay, this is kind of long. Hold on, bear with me for a second. What I've encountered most in Facebook groups are contamination. People mixing fish from different sources. Maybe talk about doing that in the safest possible way. What I personally am struggling with is white feces. Tried several meds, but none seem to work. Metro is said to be the best, but in Sweden, where I live, I need a prescription from a vet to get it. I've been successful with heat treatment, but after a while, when I get them back to main tank, they get it again. Currently giving Water Life Oxygen, another try directly in main tank.
As first, I think the guy have to look to the disease. We told some minutes before about white faces. That can be worms or protozoa. So if you worms, so Octocil don't help. If there are worms, intestinal worms, Octocil don't help. So I think if he problems with the treatment, so he have to look what the fish has, what kind of disease.
Yeah. But of course, octocil don't solve.
First diagnostic and then treatment.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Let's Francis Barreto.
Okay. Ready for the next one?
Yep.
What is the maximum dosage of Epsom salt to treat constipation for 10 gallons of water?
I have there no answer.
Usually we recommend about 2
Easy.
tablespoons for 10 gallons.
I don't know this kind of treatment.
For constipation.
What is the guy thinking? Is it normal salt, kitchen salt, or what? What is this kind of salt?
Epsom.
Epsom salt. We use it to if a fish gets bloated, he needs to clean its gut. Use Epsom salts to help the fish pass whatever.
At this moment, I have no answer of this.
So when that happens, what do you think is the best treatment?
Yes, you can like in the human medicine, you can give one moment. You can give them yes, like ethylene glycol. You can put like some help drugs, like special kinds of alcohol to treat. But I think this is not a problem. What he asked, constipation. I think this is there you have other kind of disease behind this. What he see. You understand?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Can be a bacterial or something like that.
Yes. Yes.
I never solve a problem a fish with this problem. Never.
Never solved. Yes. Intestinal obstruction are very rare.
Yeah.
Intestinal obstruction.
Well, I have used some foods, and I don't want to speak about the brand, but I have used some food, and happens this with many fish. I suppose it's the food. That's who I am to say. Well, I stopped with giving that kind of food, but I have a lot of problems with this. Okay, so let's do another one, Pat.
Okay. How to improve discus immunity so that we don't have to use medicine at all? Can we prioritize contributing elements?
Yes, I think you have to give them a good water, good food. Yes, not changing, not bringing new fish inside too much. So you get problems from outside inside the tank if you get too often new fish. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't
and,
put
so I think the best way is like for human, good food, not so much alcohol, good water, not so much cigarettes. Yes, it is. The best way is if give them good for a good condition.
good quality of life.
Yes, good quality of food, good quality of the water, the aquarium water. This is the best way.
Yeah.
Prevention is best.
Those the Pat. those low light conditions contribute to the less stressed. Yeah.
How does low light conditions contribute to a less stressed, healthier discus?
For sure.
Yes, I think in the Amazon, it is also the water is dirty and dark. It is and so I think it is, yes, a little bit low light is, I think, okay for discus fish.
Yeah. Dave Mattis.
Yep. I was in South America a year ago, and a local told me they have found a population of discus in cold water spring area, feeder, river/creek at 45 degrees. Have you ever heard these rumors of a possible new cold water strain?
I think this is a question for Hugo.
Yeah. No, I never. I suppose they are cooking with this temperature. For sure, 100%.
Well, I know that the cold water streams we have here in Florida, they usually come out at 78 degrees, which isn't that cold.
Yeah. Usually the temperature in the Amazon is between 21, 22, and 26, 27. So I never see 45, like I never see 19, but I have seen 21, 22, and they live there. So no problem. Of course, the different place, different temperature, different pH is not the same in all Amazon. You understand?
I think over 30, 36, 37, the discus be killed.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It's not a good idea. That is a rumor. That is fake. What this guy in South America say, it's lying. It's not true. It's a fake story.
Yes.
Okay.
One last question. How to properly treat with metrazidal with metro in water and food, and should you treat entire tank or isolate the sick ones, both for angels and discus?
Yes. I think if you have perhaps 10 discus in the tank and you have only one or two discus with problems, I think you don't have to treat the whole tank. Put the two outside and treat them in a quarantine tank. If it is also, yes, what happened? Perhaps if you have a worm disease, so you can think every fish has the problems in the tank. So by worm disease, I think like capillaria or skin and flatworms, I think if one fish has the problem, so all fish have the problem by worm disease. But if you have with problems with protozoa, also like bacteria or something, it is also immune system by the individual fish, and so I think put only the ill one fish or the two outside and treat them outside in the other tank.
Okay.
So how to proper treat with metradinazole? Yes, if you can try it. You can try it if the fish is eating the food. So you can try to put metradinazole in food, perhaps. But we spoke 1 minute ago. At this time, you have not so much effects with metradinazole. So I think the best way, if you have these problems, put Octosil in the water and treat the tank with Octosil, the ill fish, and so I think this is the best way.
Yeah, try and
so
see.
that we start most of the fish are, if they have a disease, they stop eating. And so I think it is only the one way to treat the water, a bathing treatment, that you can solve them.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, we have another question. We are online almost 1 hour and a half. We are near the finish. So, how to help Discus to recover once he gets way too thin, or there is no hope in all? If there is a hope, what kind of medicament can be used?
So the same answer. First, we must know what happened with the fish.
Of course.
Most of the aquarium people, they see this kind of disease, but they know not what happened. They don't know what happened, and then first they put this product inside, and this product, and this product, and so if you have such problems, I think you must bring the fish for a pathologic station, and so yes, a biologist or a doctor must have to look what happened with the fish.
Yeah.
I think they have only one way.
Yeah, I think so.
Only I think you have disease, what you can see macroscopic by your eyes, like white disease, the white spot disease. So this is good to you see it and you can treat it. This is easy to treat, this problem. But the other, we spoke about it, the other kinds of disease, it is difficult. You must look what is intestinal in the fish.
I think so.
Yes.
Most of the problem that comes from the intestinal problems.
Yes.
Okay. So
one question for you, Hugo, if you got time.
Yeah.
This is from Kerry Strong. He asks, how is the wild population of Discus doing as far as numbers go? Are there any new future threats to their habitat?
Let's see. Today, I don't tell you, Pat, but I invite a friend, Sherry, who stay from Illinois, and I ask her if I invite her to come to this live chat. Why? Because first, she's American, and second, she lives for more than 10 days inside Amazon with me, and watching everything we made, and he can help to because he see what's happened there. It's not like the people imagine. It's thousands of fish we see each season, and it's many places in Amazon to discover new Discus, and is many fish. It's impossible to disappear or one time finish. And the reason is, and I talk with Pat about that, is not a fish to eat, because by day in Amazon they kill tons of fish to eat, like carapayam, peacock, and that is a problem. And one day perhaps they're gonna disappear. While Discus, no, nobody. A few guys eat. The taste is not good, and thank God the fish have a bad taste, because if it's a good taste, I think they're gonna disappear. Not because the guys want to pick up them and put in an aquarium to breeding, but because the people eat everything. They eat birds, they eat everything. So why not they kill the Discus to eat? So I think it's not a problem, and it's difficult to be a problem in the future, because they control everything. We have a quota to take fish from the environment, and we of course respect, and everybody needs to respect that. So I think that is not going to be a problem in the future. Disappear the wild discus. My opinion, okay. Okay, it's any more questions? If not, Andreas go sleep because it's too late in Germany, and I go dinner, and I think Pat is going to prepare the Saturday. Is no more questions? I have Sherry here. Can you give me just 2 minutes? You wanna enter in this chat? If you want to go, Andreas, to rest. We're gonna speak a little about Amazon, and Sherry gonna share what's happened there, and if anyone have questions, can make to share or to me. If you want to go,
Yes.
Andreas.
Yeah.
I just need to say thank you very much in the name of SimplyDiscus, and this video going to be also in YouTube, and many questions you reply, and thanks for you come at this hour to this live chat.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thank you also very much. It was interesting. Yeah, and so I hope the best for the American fish in the future. And yes, if we can help also the American aquaristic people, yes, we can make it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Andreas. Thanks a lot, my friends. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
And a good weekend.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Okay, so I think Sherry comes for 5 minutes if someone have questions about wild discus. I invite her, and I hope she comes, and we're gonna stay here more 5 minutes, and then we finish this live chat. The first one we made in SimplyDiscus, and I hope we have time to make more. Anytime I'm available to speak and to share my experience, of course. I don't know if Sherry comes because it's in the birthday, and they opened the cake now. He's singing now. He said, "Just a minute, please." Okay. What do you think, Pat? You understand everything what Andreas says. Sometimes it's difficult, some words, because he is Germany, I'm Portuguese. Sometimes the language it's a problem. But
And I forget how to pronounce metro, whatever.
oh, here is Sherry.
Hello, Terry.
Here, Sherry.
There we go. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect. And you, how are you?
The audio
Thanks.
breaking up.
Thanks to stop the party to come here. It's just 5 minutes. Pat, Sherry, Pat.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, the audio is breaking up a little bit.
Oh, perhaps internet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. Well,
You may.
hello? No, it's okay. Okay, Sherry. Pat have made me a question, and you are not here, but is a question about the population of the wild discus in Amazon. What you have seen, and you are a witness of what's happened there. Oh, is give up. When I made the question, Sherry goes, I think the connection is not so good. Perhaps some problems. Oh, it's come again. Sherry? Hello? Hello? Oh, the audio doesn't seem to be working. No, I think it's working. Can you speak, please? Cherry? Can you speak to see if it's working?
He's too busy typing.
Hello, Cherry? Hello? No. Well, we don't have luck to stay a few minutes with Sherry. She wanna speak a little about the Amazon, what she see, and is a good witness or what's happened in Amazon. She stayed last year with me in Amazon, so she follow all my steps. I don't hide nothing, so she see what's happened there. And but I think it's with some technical problems.
Okay.
Oh,
I went to my telephone instead. Something was going wrong on my. Can you hear me now?
perfect.
Okay, great.
I miss
Hi.
you.
I miss you.
Oh, Sherry, Pat have a question from I think it's Gary.
Okay.
Someone who I really respect in the United States, and is a really nice man. About Amazon, what Pat? You can just make. Sorry, the last time I gonna ask to make a question. That question from Gary.
Well, Carrie just wanted to know about the state of the wild discus in the Amazon and how they're doing. Is there any threats to the habitat?
Oh boy. Well, I just got a short window. I was only there for 10 days. I could have stayed another 10. But from what I saw, people are very conscientious about how they're harvesting the discus. We saw so many. I didn't feel like, I mean, it seemed like there were thousands. Everywhere we went, we just saw absolutely beautiful discus, and the biotop seemed good shape. So I would say they seem to be thriving very well.
Yeah. Well, you know, we try to don't destroy the environment. I don't know if you have but many times I speak with the Ruberval in Iripichi and the guys to don't destroy the hoods and don't destroy the place where the fish lives, because if they destroy next year, they are not there, and
Right.
they go away, So all the time we are speaking about that. I think I know many of them, they don't care about what I say, but a few percentage they care, and they know if they destroy, they stop to win money with this kind of
Yeah.
work. So, but you'll be there, and I'm an exporter, so you know it's better when we have someone who stay there and see what's happening there. I know it's a lot of fish.
Yeah,
But-
it was absolutely amazing. Anyone that can go, I would strongly encourage you to go. And we were literally on the boat for 10 days. We got off. If you want to go shopping, don't go on this trip because this is a learning experience about discus, and who was such a wealth of information. I learned so much. It was an amazing trip. Absolutely an amazing trip.
You remember you have diving, and it's the first time you diving and you see discos. It's in Yamunga.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a lot, but very difficult to catch them, right?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
just in a few words?
Well, first of all,
Explain how it's difficult.
the diving. Quit laughing, Hugo. I was like the worst diver in the world. And
Don't say that. Don't say that.
well, I was, but that's okay. Everyone was very patient with me, and it was once you got down there and saw all of the discus, it was absolutely amazing. They just were everywhere. I mean, I can't even explain how wonderful it was. They were just swimming everywhere, and they were schooling. And Hugo, where were they? Where were they in the rocks?
In the way to Yamunda. The name is Guariba. We stopped to lunch and we make some divings there.
Yeah, and that was amazing because they were just everywhere among the rocks. And I mean, when you say rocks, they were like boulders, but they were everywhere. And you know, you think of them being in the root system along the bank and that kind of stuff, but this was boulders, and there was like there weren't roots, there weren't trees, and they were there among the rocks, and it was amazing to see. Just amazing.
But difficult to catch, right?
Oh yeah, they're fast. They're fast. Me?
Yes, please. When you were diving, were you using scuba or were you using snorkel?
No, it was snorkel.
Okay.
It was snorkel, because you're not really going that deep, you know.
Right.
So, but yeah, it was a challenge getting down.
Yeah.
How deep were you going?
Pardon?
How deep were you going?
I don't know. Hugo,
1.5 meters, 2 meters.
yeah,
or more.
I was going to say it wasn't very much, but you know, it was still, you had to get down under the branches and the trees, and the roots, and yeah.
Enter the boat.
Yeah, and get it back into the boat. Oh yeah, that was a trip too. We won't tell about all my embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's a learning curve. I used to scuba in the Florida Keys, so I understand.
Yeah, and because of the stingrays, you have to have something on your feet. Well, I didn't realize that, and so we had boots for me, and the boots wouldn't go down under the water so unless I was standing up. So yeah, it was quite hilarious, but an amazing time. An amazing time. The boat is beautiful. The cook, Rosa, is an amazing cook on this trip. George, the captain, was fantastic. The trick, got to watch out for him. But everyone was. Pardon me?
Do you catch your own food to eat when you're out on the boat?
Actually, George caught fish, and we cooked them on the grill. So,
In Garipu.
yes.
Remember in Garipu, the place with alligators? We stopped there for 2 days in the golden place.
Yes.
And George and João just to try fishing, but ugly fishing.
Yeah, it was interesting, but yeah, we just it was really a phenomenal experience, and I had actually wanted to go back again this year, and COVID hit, so maybe next year we'll see.
Let's see.
We'll see. But I would encourage anyone that can to go to the Amazon. And make sure you go on a trip where you're in the boat, on the water, the whole time, unless you're looking for an experience where you're doing a lot of shopping and things. If you do that, you know, this is...
You go look at fish.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. But, you know, it's like, I don't know. It's a different kind of vacation. But I learned so much. And by the end of the trip, I was feeling like I could actually pick out a good discus, because Hugo was so patient explaining all the attributes of the fish, and it was really amazing. And there's no bugs. Like, I'm from the Midwest and mosquitoes. And I was always thinking, oh, it's gonna, it's the jungle. There's gonna be bugs everywhere. When we were there, and we slept on the deck several nights, and you didn't get bit. It was nothing. And I was amazed at that. I really was amazed
They
at
like
that.
to be over the water.
Pardon?
I don't think they like to be over the water.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you go on a dock that's about 100 feet long or so, you don't get bothered by the bugs.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, it was.
I think we made a diving at night.
Yeah, I passed on that one.
Yeah.
I passed the dive at night. The guys went, but I didn't go on that one. I was just a little bit concerned because, especially when the guys came back and they talked about the anaconda.
Yeah.
For that, yeah. I was glad I didn't go. So.
Yeah. And when is a risk for the people who comes, I say it's better not go. And just really wants to go to all the place, night, day, with anaconda, with alligators. Just really the crazy Gemini wants to go to all the place.
Yeah, he did. Willie.
It's a old police in Germany who loves diving. So can be with alligators, anacondas, night, day, night, all the time he's diving.
Yeah. Yeah, he was really, really interested in that, but I passed on the night diving. That was out of my realm. I was content to hear the stories when everyone got back. So, yeah.
Well, Sherry, thanks for you stop your birthday. Your birthday, no, it's not your birthday. Is your...
No, my grandson's birthday party.
Grandson.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I went and shut myself in the bedroom and said, I need half an hour. So,
Okay.
but I have to go back to my party.
Okay. Thanks to come. We're gonna stop also these live shots, and I just want to say thank you to you, Sherry. Thank you to Pat and everybody who watching us.
Pat,
Speaking
nice
of-
to see you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you very much.
All right, take care.
Love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. So we finished this live chat in SimplyDiscus. See you soon. Anything you need, any question, send to me. I try to help. Thank you. Have a good Saturday night in US. Take care, guys. Keep safe.